Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to throw us on the FM real quick if I can reach my mouse over here. If you're watching on social media, share this out right now. Let me know what you got going on today. I got some friends hanging out, and we are going to have a blast. Here we go. Good morning. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy, and I have my friends, Anthony and Chevy. What's up, boys?
What up, baby?
How's it going?
It's going.
Y'all stay busy. Y'all some busy folks, huh?
No.
No, Anthony.
We always just sitting around texting each other all day.
We'll be right next to each other and like,
it's true.
Hey, man, what you got going on?
Yeah, I heard a bit ago y'all were talking about, well, I was too. We were talking about breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And Chevy said he recently became a fan of Waffle House.
Yeah, I was never a Waffle House fan growing up.
Why?
I was more into like, really it's the
He
setup,
was more
right?
privileged is what it was.
It was late at night, usually after some punk rock shows or something. We're at, there's usually a not giant, but a larger group of people, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. And so Waffle House never accommodates that. It's always bar, or you have to have two.
You go to Busy Bee.
Old school back in the day.
Where we always went.
Busy Bee was where the jam was, but there's no Busy Bee in the Fe anymore.
But there was one in Santa Fe?
There was one in Santa Fe.
It was Sherry's afterwards, but yeah.
Yeah. And then, IHOP, Denny's is kind of where I hung.
Yeah.
But
IHOP usually has those big rooms. You can have everybody sitting at the table. That's what it was for me.
Yeah.
Usually IHOP.
Yeah. See the feel. Recently, my buddy brother, Nate Laws, who has recently moved to Florida.
Rest in peace to Nate Laws.
He's not dead. He's still living.
He's a Floridian. And he is a Waffle House freak, like loves Waffle House. So he kept dragging me to these Waffle Houses, and with all the and I'll honestly say this isn't even joking, just cockroaches running around and just.
But their food's delicious, man.
He took me, got it once. We've gone before, got the same thing, and now I'm kind of like hooked on their steak and eggs, and it's the cheapest piece of steak you'll ever eat.
It's the bottom of a shoe,
and
for sure.
Yeah, and I love it.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. My wife's like, "You love that cheap steak?" I'm like, $9.99, baby.
Yeah,
$9.99.
I'm an All-Star guy. Hey, now you got to get the All-Star.
Yeah,
it's
a
like
bit of everything.
$7. They got it all.
Get your game on.
Get the hash browns smothered, covered. They throw everything on it.
Yeah,
it's delicious, man. But Busy Bee. I remember Busy Bee in Alvin. There used to be one in Alvin, and I used to go eat there with my friends.
Are you sure?
Yes, sir. 100%.
Side note: back to Waffle House. Did you know they don't charge you for extra toast?
Really?
No.
Yeah, that's what the waiter
Guess
told
who's
me.
Going broke now?
She said, I know. He said, "Oh, we don't charge for extra toast because they were trying to
order a piece of toast and keep them coming."
Yeah, hey, extra
Hot
toast on
and
that
fresh.
bad boy.
Right?
So get those carbs.
Somebody fact check us. Fact check us on that.
That's what a waiter told
today.
me. I'm not going to name any names. Nicholas. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if that was his real name.
Hey, did y'all see that story that came out? This was probably about 2 years ago. There was a gentleman who was a little bit older. He was elderly, and he couldn't cut his food. Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember that story? It was the Lamar Waffle House.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
They ended up giving her that college. Ooh, I need to go to college scholarship.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome. That showed up on a Snapchat, like sponsored, like spam story. On my Snapchat, sometimes they swipe through and it's like, oh, it's like the news. It just tries to grab you in, and it's kind of like, oh, this is like a fake story. But I read the headline or whatever, and I clicked on. I was like, they're spamming me with Lamarck News. Lamarck News Waffle House. I was like, this is so cool. So I saved the article, just like open in my one of like 50 threads that I have. So I just thought that was really neat.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of local news, in the wrestling world, which we're all a part of.
Yeah.
It made it to Sports Center. What is it? Hawks Airy? Is that what they're called? From Wildcat in Louisiana. They're in Louisiana at the show. Dude jumped from a second-story balcony in a mall into a ring, and I just want to send a shout out to Fly Def, which are local boys, Reality of Wrestling boys, who actually caught them, saved that man's life from the second story. He's not getting enough play. Fly Def, Warren, and my man Zach, and so
that was really cool. Have you had the opportunity to have them on your podcast?
Yeah, we had Fly Def on the podcast.
What's the name of the podcast?
My podcast is Chopped to the Chest Radio. Mr. Nate Laws went to Florida, and we haven't recorded an episode. Woo! He was back.
I got you.
You did woo me. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm still brokenhearted. So,
Anthony, are you stepping in? You feeling Nate Laws?
He will not allow me to.
That's not true.
It's 100% true.
Not happened.
We have talked about doing just random podcasts together, and he's always like, no,
I'm good.
I never say no. I never say no.
He's like, nah, I'm good.
We did talk about filming at Waffle House once.
We did.
Yeah.
We just never do it.
I feel like they wouldn't care. You could go film it like 2 in the morning, 3:30. They'd be like, "That's cool." You know, like, what are you doing?
I'm awake. I'm in.
Check out the steak and eggs.
You need an extension cord? We got you. They would be a guest on
Here's
there.
some extra toast. Yeah. We got you. No charge.
Free. Hey, is there a charge on this toast?
Yeah, I feel like Waffle House.
Nicholas told me
there's no charge. Waffle House. I like that I can see them cook everything.
Yeah.
And to me, if I feel like at least I can see, because we're talking about, like, is it clean? Is it good? My wife, she didn't grow up eating at Waffle House.
It's a poor man's hibachi, which is amazing.
Yeah,
hibachi is expensive, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm all about that.
I like that I can see.
That's why I get the steak. I feel like I'm at a hibachi.
Y'all got any shrimp? No, I'll take that cockroach on the ground, though.
Oh, no. Oh, no. But they do have
somewhere,
like special waffles, like chocolate chip, and I don't know.
They should. They're called a Waffle House.
Yeah.
You know? It's like going to IHOP and not having special pancakes. It's like going to Denny's and not having special dins.
Yeah. Whenever you were, going to IHOP, what would you get?
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Yeah.
They changed their meals so much.
That's what he got.
There used to be a breakfast sandwich called the Dogwood. I don't know if you remember that. That's old school.
Yeah.
I don't even have that anymore. It made me super sad. I usually just get a burger.
There was the punk rock band Dogwood, right?
Yeah, I love one of my favorite bands.
Do you know
I think they're putting out an album this year.
What? Really?
That's what I heard.
Then there's another band called Dogwood that was from, I don't know, Pastor Hallam always brings it up to me. Have you ever heard of Dogwood? I'm like, yeah, I've heard of Dogwood.
Yeah, you're like More Than Conquerors.
Yeah, but they were a group like from the 70s.
Beautiful.
Of two gentlemen playing the most awesome acoustic guitar, like with the harmonies.
Esteban?
Yeah, well, they have harmony. It's Christian music.
Yeah.
It's Christian music. And I'm like, this isn't Dogwood, but it is. Apparently there's two Dogwoods, punk rock and then like a classical
so he's
Christian.
listening to the wrong one is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well,
I think they should
I guess the way you look at it, right?
I think they should do a little meetup. The Dogwoods together. They should go on tour.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And then he did Waffle House. That's what I remember. So being on the road, like in touring and stuff, going and stopping at a Waffle House because they have them, in the South and most of these cities, and they're open every 24 hours a day. And what you eat at one Waffle House, you've eaten at them all.
Yeah,
yeah. It's kind of like the standard. You have the rubber steak.
I'm good with it.
It's good.
I'm good with it.
Steak and eggs, living like a king.
Right, extra toast.
Yeah. So,
Nicholas.
how's y'all's families doing? Chevy, how's your fam?
Oh, they're insane. All of them, but I love them. Love them.
Yeah. How many kids you got?
4.
17.
I have 4 boys. Feels like 17 sometimes. You could throw an extra kid in my house, I wouldn't even notice. So.
You would. All your kids look like you.
Yeah. So.
They're taller.
Do they look like you?
They do. They look just like you, but they're all taller.
A couple of them.
Even a 6-year-old.
Because you're a barber, right? And
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do your kids, do they like you cutting their hair? Being like, I need a fresh cut.
They hate it.
Not yet.
Not yet. They're not there yet. They're like,
You
give me your phone.
Hair?
Give me your. I've cut my wife's hair. Yeah. She's growing it back out. We're trying to do a little old school Betty Page bang, long black hair kind of thing, like she used to rock it. But
does she want that, or do you want that?
Both? It's a little bit of both. I'm pro the Betty Page bangs. I keep trying to do them now, but she is a Hispanic woman, and she keeps saying, I'm going to look like Dora the Explorer because her hair isn't long enough yet, so we haven't done the bangs yet.
Did y'all watch the live-action Dora movie?
I loved the live-action Dora movie. I thought it was amazing. Made me feel in touch with my culture a little bit, and Danny Trejo is the voice of Boots, and so I was super excited about
Seriously?
that. Seriously. Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
So, it was actually, I went kicking and screaming. Like, my kids every once in a while beg me to go see a movie. We're big movie goers, as we were talking about before. Big fans of popcorn. Popcorn's half the reason we go to the movies, man.
Anthony's a fan of popcorn, too.
And so,
yeah, we've talked about this before, because I was like, I can't eat popcorn. And you're like, it's a healthy snack. And I was like, well, not the way I like it.
Yeah, not the way you eat it.
Yeah. And so,
it's
man,
a decent, healthy snack.
Kicking and screaming, and we came out of door like totally blown away. Maybe because I had so low expectations of it that I absolutely loved it,
Yeah.
But I thought it was really funny, and it made me laugh. I like it.
Didn't know that side of you.
Yeah.
Look at there.
I watched a lot of, my kids drag me to a lot of movies.
How about Sonic? Have y'all seen that they did I'm not going to say a remake because I don't know if there ever was a real movie.
I know.
But Sonic.
Wasn't horrible.
Did you see it?
Jim Carrey stepped up his game. Yeah. I liked it.
Did you see it?
No, I don't watch movies.
I see everything.
I can't sit still.
I went and saw it by myself the other day. Like, I snuck away, and I literally, I just went and saw it by myself. But I went to the comic store.
Yeah.
I was just going to get some pop. Actually, this is what happened. I remember now. I went to go get some popcorn. I was like, I'm just going to go look at get some, check out the comics and other stuff. And then I was like looking at the time. I was like, I got to pick up my son in like an hour and a half from school, and I don't really have anything I'm scheduled or supposed to be at. And I looked up and I was like, man, Sonic started like 10 minutes ago. This is perfect. So yeah, Jim Carrey did a good job. Yeah. But overall, like out of I don't know, like a 10 scale, like I would give it a 4.
A 4.
So it wasn't that good.
I'd say 5, 6.
I would give Jim Carrey probably like a 7 of like out of 10 for his performance. He made the movie, and the end was really cool.
There was some Sonic chuckles in there,
Yeah, no, I did laugh, but I was just like, I found myself almost falling asleep at some points. But it probably would have helped if I had my son there.
My kids were super hyped
with me, and I'd be like, be quiet, you're embarrassing me. But
I don't know why, and I saw an ad. And it was fake. It wasn't even real. But I don't know why Reebok or whatever is not putting out Sonic shoes. They would make a killing on the shoes. The little girl, if you haven't seen the movie, the little girl gives Sonic some shoes because he's so fast. He's blowing the soles out of his other whatever. I don't even remember what he was wearing.
They're selling him back to Waffle House.
Right? For steaks. He's blowing the soles out. Waffle House is like, cha-ching.
Yeah.
And
it was really sad. The shoe scene where she's like, oh, look at his feet. And like the sole right there, it was just like his bare feet. And they're oh. And she goes and gets him the shoes.
So fast. That's why. He's so fast.
Did y'all play Sonic growing up with Sega?
Yeah, for sure.
I didn't have a Sega, but I wanted like a Game Gear, I think is what it was called.
Yeah, Game Gear. That's where it's at.
But I had my NES.
Yeah,
which was
regular.
No
Still
Sonic.
Got it, man.
No Sonic.
Still
but NES is where it's at.
Yeah, 100%.
This kid yesterday, I was cutting hair, right in Barber Studio. Shout out Santa Fe, Texas. And this kid had a hoodie on, and it was one of those sequin type situations, where you move it one way. And one of them was Mario, and then when you flipped it the other way, it was Luigi. And I thought I was pretty. It made me pop. I was pretty excited about that.
You need that, and you need an NES.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You need an NES in the studio.
That'd be awesome
for when people are just chilling.
Yeah, I have one of those little repop Segas. Those ones you hook up.
What you doing?
So it's true.
Is that like a new thing that they came out with where you can play the old school games?
It's a few years ago, but I was like, remember when the little NES was a big craze?
Yeah.
Sega kind of put one out, and it didn't pop as hard as the NES, but it had like maybe 50, 60 games on it.
Yeah. Depending on what time of the year it is, those get really expensive. The resale market.
I think I got it because it was like after Christmas, it was on sale. Nobody bought them or something, so it was cool. Like, I mean, my kids played it. The little ones, they were probably like 4 at the time. So the twins, and they liked the old school games. So
what is it like being a father of twins?
Do you like chaos?
Yeah. So my other ones are like 10 and 11. So it's almost like we had twins in the first place, and then the twins actually came along. And so it's almost like, I think Jim Gaffigan tells a joke about having 4 kids, and he says, man, you don't know what it's like to have 4 kids? He's like, imagine having 3 kids, and you're drowning, and then somebody hands you a baby. That's what it feels like. But no, it's great. I don't know anything different. You know what I'm saying? Like, for the last 6 years of my life, it's been, hey, good to go. Like, when I see somebody struggling with a baby, I'm like, shh, just one, And so,
Anthony, you have one, right?
Yes.
It's a boy. How old is he now?
Be 3.
He's about to be 3?
Yep.
And
I struggle with him.
You struggle with him? You struggle with the one?
Just one?
He needs to go hang out with Uncle Chevy.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. You had mentioned earlier, like, hey, if someone dropped off another kid, I probably wouldn't notice.
He's been over there. His kids like playing with River. So
yeah.
My oldest really likes River.
Yeah.
He's always like, Dad, I want to see River. So, he's a nerd.
I'm just going to go drop him off at his house.
Be
like,
River's pretty intense, man. He's
nuts.
He's a fun kid.
So we had a question that came in earlier, a couple things, but a lot of people saying good morning. There was a spoiler alert. Yes, we were talking about the movie Sonic.
My bad.
And
I just talked.
He gets new shoes, okay? It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. You saw the preview.
Jim Carrey performance, maybe an Oscar. We'll see. We'll see. But someone's saying, hey, I need to get my hair cut. This is actually Chris. He said, do you know a guy?
Ask your grandpa.
Big Mike?
Yeah, Big Mike. ask where your grandpa goes, and he'll lead you to the right place.
Yeah, the Riot Barber Studio. Chevy, you opened that up. You've been kind of doing your thing and hustled your way through a barber college, and you're up and running. You're live, right?
Man, it's
where are you located?
We are 11800 Highway 6, Santa Fe, Texas. Me and my buddy Big Mike, who I give all the credit in the world to, Barber Big Mike. I think his Facebook is Barber Mike Rodriguez. Kind of taught me how to cut, man, and we kind of teamed up. It's interesting. A lot of barbershops are just aren't geared the way ours are, and it's a unique situation where, man, like it's just both of us kind of coming together and doing this thing, but no, it's not like his shop, it's not my shop, it's us together. You know what I'm saying? We kind of come and go as we please. We have our own clients. We, in a lot of other shops you get into, you're kind of working for somebody and under somebody, and you have to, you got to be here from here to here, and you're just sitting there, and if there's no walk-ins, there's no walk-in, so it's real, we were blessed with the ladies from the Chop Shop in Santa Fe. Is actually the building we're in, and they let us convert one of the rooms into a barber. Very man cave, very Miss Tina Silva at the Chop Shop. Shout out to her. Let us kind of do this thing, and it's come to life. And the ladies there are real kind of come and go. They get their appointments. They'll be there for 1. They'll be there for 8. Whatever. They just kind of do what they do. You know.
That's cool.
So we've kind of adapted that.
Here's a comment from Alana, and she said, "What's up, guys? Chevy is the best barber ever. My kiddos love him, and we always have such a great time talking about all sorts of random things. Not also talking about it only, but looking at all the random things too, because you have a bunch of cool stuff just on the walls.
Yeah, double Danny Trejo shout out. I have some Danny Trejo signatures.
You know what he needs?
Little signed machete. What do I need, buddy?
Machete.
You need these shears,
right?
From like
the mascot of the Riot Barber Studio.
Yeah, you need that.
I have them from Anthony Macaluso. Gifted me a pair of shears. I haven't hung them up yet.
That's crazy. Okay,
and
I didn't realize you had
me.
some.
Every time he comes into the shop, I have to hear him complain about not having them up.
Where are the shears at?
I have limited space. They're at my old barber shop. I haven't taken them down.
Yeah, but they're like that's what made it.
Yeah.
I mean, because you have stuff of him there.
So my mascot is, as a wrestling fan and a barber, is Brutus the Barber Beefcake.
The worst
if you don't know who that is,
mascot in the world.
he is
God.
an old '80s wrestler who
you can look up
look up on YouTube. When he beat you in the ring, he literally cut your hair.
Yeah,
like if you lost, you were getting a haircut from the barber.
That's like old school Native American.
Lost like one match, though,
taking your power.
One match.
Yeah. So you're all right.
Change his character.
And so I just
times.
thought he was hilarious, and he has just the most awkward gear in the world. And I think they kind of started him off as he just wore a little bow tie, and it was very like he hate. I've seen documentaries where he actually hated the gimmick, like it was very just.
It was awful.
Yeah. But he turned it. He made it work. You know what I'm saying?
Gimmicks were huge then.
So
when you're in the chop, you're in the chop shop, right?
Yes.
Do you play it up? Do you like have your gear, your Riot Barber gear?
No, I wish. I'm just like King Kong Bundy.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
It's genius.
No, man. We just come in and we do what we do. I mean, it gets hype in there, man. It's like a big party. We are in, like I said, the heart of Santa Fe, Texas. So it does feel sometimes like a high school reunion, man. We got people coming in left and right. Hey. Everybody's so in that town is so community driven. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody's in sports. Everybody's in something. And so there's always people crossing paths and hey, I hadn't seen you in years or whatever, and so it gets fun, man. It gets real fun. It gets real packed out. Me and Big Mike, side note, he's going to kill me for saying this. He's an aspiring DJ. Not really, but we always joke about him being a DJ, and I think he'd be an awesome DJ, and he's always playing the jams out there. He's DJing.
Old school rap.
We do, man. We're so funny because we had a lady come in like 3 times in 1 week for whatever situations, different kids, and she's like, you guys are the weirdest guys in the world. And I said, why? Every time you're in here, you're playing something different. I think we were going like 50s, 60s music.
Yeah.
And the next day was like death row gangster rap. And then the next day, I think we were listening to like country. And we're just whatever we feeling that day. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm real big on the guy in the chair, is the pilot. So, hey, man, what do we listen to? So my favorite is when older gentlemen come in. We throw in some like Hank Sr., you know what I'm saying? Hank Williams Sr., and they just look around like, They feel the love, because they probably think we don't listen to it, even though I totally listen to Hank Sr., And so you're talking about the lady cutting steak in the Waffle House. There was a Mr. Harvey, 94-year-old, I think World War II vet, which you don't mean too many of them anymore. You know what I'm saying? 94 years old, had yellow tinted glasses, looked a lot like Stan Lee, Sits in my chair, and I'm cutting his hair, and I said, Mr. Harvey, what does it take to get to 94? He says, never stop working. And so his son was telling me that
I really wanted to stop working.
I know. So if you guys want to make it that long,
I'm hustling.
So he said, man, at like 91, 92, he was a mason, man. He was laying bricks. He was building brick mailboxes in his 90s.
Wow.
And so just stories like that, man. Like I just run into so many people, and that's more about what I love than anything.
Yeah. Being a barber, do you ever feel like you are like a therapist?
Oh, 1,000%. I just talk. You know what I'm saying? Like it just kind of, I don't, hey, lay down on this couch. But I do believe there's times where we just connect with people, man. And as a person, I just want to feel like my goal in life is to make the world around me better. When I'm over and done and people come to my funeral and there's a all I want for my funeral is an amazing soundtrack and confetti cannon. So that's it. That's it. But I just want people to be like, man, we had this conversation, this moment, this second, this whatever. This dude impacted my life in some way. So, can I get there with everybody? No. But it's, a lot of people worry about big world politics and giant stuff happening. And it's not my vibe, man. My vibe is like my immediate sphere of influence, the people I run into every day, the people I shake hands with and hug necks with. How can I make a difference in their life, And that's just me. I'm not telling anybody, oh, you should all think like this. I'm just saying, for me, that's kind of my jam. So if you're in my chair and we're just talking and you need to talk about something, man, I listen, So I think it's kind of like barber code, you know what I'm saying? So for the most part, it's a very old school part of barbering. So
yeah,
I love it.
Hey, here's a comment. This was from Oscar Allen. He said, Chevy as a barber makes so much sense. Do you agree, Anthony? Because you know Chevy for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm. About a year or so.
Yeah.
No, it's a great job for him. Great profession.
Yeah. And what do you have going on, Anthony? Because you have quite a bit yourself going on.
Owning bounce houses is a good profession for you.
Right.
Yeah, did everybody guess that? Like, yeah, that dude would definitely own bounce houses.
Own bounce houses one day. Yeah. Not just sit around all day. I don't really do anything.
So he's right.
Not real estate and bounce housing and gun selling.
Firearms.
That's it.
Firearms.
My life.
I saw you shared a list like, hey, this is what I got in stock, but I can get anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do they release guns like they release sneakers?
Yeah.
Just because I don't know. Yeah.
They do. They're special editions. There's just all kinds of random things. Guns are super hard to get, though, a lot of times.
Yeah, they change like one little thing, and it's like, hey, it's a brand new thing.
Y'all got that Space Jam?
The Space Jam,
Space Jam revolver?
Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
I saw somebody had showed me a picture yesterday, and it was a gun. I don't know what kind, other than it should have been black.
Right.
But it was covered in, it was white. It had like Disney characters all over it.
I've seen that. It was a Glock 26.
Is that real? Is that a real gun?
Dude, you can do anything. There is one out there,
Custom?
and I love it. And it's probably not safe, but it's the duck hunter gun.
I saw that.
Yeah.
The NES,
duck hunter?
the NES Zapper, right?
Yep. It was amazing. We've done some different things over at my old place, and but that one was probably the coolest.
Legality. Is there any legal issues to make your real gun look like a toy gun?
I feel like there should be.
There probably should be, but I don't see why you would do it.
Because all the toy guns have to have like the little orange tip on there. So if you had a real one and you made that, it just seems like you would be trying to trick for wrong reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah. Someone research that. Somebody do some Google search.
I should probably know that. But honestly, I don't.
Yeah. So you owning a gun business, first of all, what's the name? And are you always tempted just to keep them yourself?
The Gun Vault of Texas, and no.
Why?
So I was never a big gun guy up till, I guess, 8 years ago. I got a part-time job, and helping my wife get through school. Got a part-time job in the gun store.
So just like, I'm just good at it.
No, I've always been in sales and retail.
Mm-hmm.
So, which I'm awful at that too. I'm like super bad. I'm a lot like him. I just like to talk to people.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't care if you buy something. Let's just have a conversation. It's kind of my line of business now.
Yeah. Growing up, did you have like a dream job? Something that you thought,
I did. And
I'm going to own the bounce house business.
No, it wasn't that.
Professional hockey player.
No.
That's pretty random, though.
It is.
In Texas, especially.
So for the longest,
this lake freezes over.
I know I'm almost sure my mom's listening, but for the longest, I had this huge goal. I mean, this is probably the top. I wanted to sell newspapers on the side of the road. That was it.
A newspaper salesman.
That was it.
That's good, like a newsstand.
I had such high ambitions of my life, and look at me.
Well, did you ever do it?
Nope.
You never lived a dream?
I didn't.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it is. They don't sell newspapers anymore.
Well, maybe that's where they're wrong.
Right.
And we can corner the market. Now's the time to start a new business.
Do it. KHEA News.
Right.
KHEA News.
Yeah.
We're reaching you where you are, on the side of the road in traffic.
That's it.
There's construction on I-45, from now till forever.
Yeah.
So here's your news.
That was my life goal.
Hey, here's a comment from Paul, Southern Sass. He said, "What's up, fellows? Guns, bounce houses, and a great barber. Nothing more American." And I have to agree. God bless America.
Like that. One of us needs a mullet right now.
You're in luck.
Listen,
he pulls it out, shakes it down.
Chevy, let's talk about that. What's up with the mullets? I've seen a lot of mullets coming back lately. Is it back?
It's back with the vengeance, bro.
I was there watching this kid. This kid had amazing hair.
He came in with surfer.
I would have loved to have this kid's head of hair. And then he sits down and he's like, I want a mullet. And I'm like, there is no way this kid really wants a mullet. Chevy's just going to trim this kid up.
Oh, bro, it's
made
beautiful.
Me so sad. He's got a great mullet.
This kid looks like.
Was it the last mullet you did? I saw.
Yes, but it was the first time. So he just came back for a mullet touch up, right?
Get it fresh.
Yeah, get it fresh. He said, "Hey man," the second time he said, "Hey, can I put some layers in the back? I need some bounce in the back of the mullet." I said, and so this kid, the first time he sat down, he looked like Billy Ray Cyrus and young Uncle Jesse from Full House had a baby. That's how good his mullet was.
That's a good-looking guy. That's some aspirations right there.
Right there. Yeah. Right there. So, yeah, I'm a fan of the mullets. I think they're fun. I tell kids all the time that are thinking about getting them. Sometimes you can just tell, like, this guy needs a mullet. Second, people are kind of unsure, like, I think I want a
this
mullet.
This guy needs a mullet, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a confidence issue, man. You walk into a room with a mullet and you just shake that thing, like, people know you mean business.
Yeah.
People know this dude does not care.
You're getting noticed.
There's confidence in the mullet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a very confident cut. You have to really be sure of yourself to rock it. So if you're unsure of yourself, you want to try it out, it might boost the confidence. Might come crashing down if you can't handle the mullet hate, because there's mullet hate out there.
Oh yeah,
you know. I don't know. It's 2020 America, and I just can't understand how our country's so divided on to mullet or not to mullet. I don't understand.
I say not to mullet.
I'm pro mullet. I'm pro mullet.
The one that
I'm pro.
Somebody
there's
tagged
different variations of the mullet.
Was the kid with the mullet had the American flag in his hair.
And then somebody tagged me, and they were like, "Hey,
that was beautiful.
That American flag's backwards." And I was like, "The wind was just blowing." It was blowing the other way.
It's supposed to be backwards.
So, what about the Texas? I've seen that as a trend.
My favorite's the Texas. There's different mullet themes. You know, my favorite sometimes the skullet. When you can't really grow hair on top, you can just grow it in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Age gets them all. Age gets most of us.
That's the skullet, man.
Hey, here's Crystal Green, but Crystal Goto.
Hi, Crystal.
Now she said, "Hey, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but hello to all three of you fellows." And I said, "We're talking mullets in America.
We're talking mullets, baby.
Mullets in the
USA.
USA."
Would do a mullet.
Crystal would
probably rock a mullet.
Oh
100%.
my Lord.
Crystal, make it happen.
I don't know if anybody follows.
I'll pay for it. 100%.
I don't even know if we can talk about this on air, but if anybody follows a comedian and her alter ego is, I think, Trailer Trash Tammy. Y'all know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
Yeah.
I only know because of Crystal.
My girl Crystal got a shout out from her the other day. That's all I'm saying.
Crystal and Roseanne are like best friends.
Yeah.
Right.
They should be, though.
That's her. We love Crystal. Like she got that shout out from Trailer Trash Tammy. I was pretty excited for her.
Yeah, I saw that. That's really cool.
So, and her husband, can I get a shout out to her husband, Tyler? Man, that dude's just cool, man. And this dude walks into a room and he's so chill and just everything about him. Just a cool vibe.
I've only had the opportunity to meet him one time. I shook his hand at a reality wrestling show, and that was it. But like the show was going on, and I was like, "Oh, it's Crystal. I need snacks," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?"
Right? He's like, "Snacks.
Nice to meet you."
New friendship opportunity.
Well, the show was going on, and I'm not trying to talk to somebody whenever they're watching the show and all that.
They're wrestling folks too, which is nice.
Man, did anybody need it? You went. You did not go. The return of Booker T in the ring.
You were there?
I was there. We were there.
How was it?
Together, but we were there.
I was gonna say I didn't. You were with Eddie and Fake Eddie.
I was with Eddie and Fake Eddie.
That's right.
It was fun. It was good. There was a big twist. It's on YouTube right now. I think you can watch that match. I think it's hit over 1 million views.
Yeah,
that match on YouTube. Reality wrestling.
That was
killing it. Kevin Bernhardt.
Is that a lot? 1 million?
I never had 1 million in nothing but rice.
We have a KHEA radio.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Good job.
Our YouTube, we have maybe 2 views on a video, so
2. That's
we're almost there.
Though.
That's good.
We're almost there.
And 1 was you making sure it was up, right?
I'm watching it twice.
1.5 more than my videos get. People just start watching it and they're like, "No thanks."
Yeah, Kevin Bernhardt, and you got Booker T and you got Brad Gilmore and everybody else that's there. The talent. It's a really cool thing that we're fortunate to have here.
My boys, La Familia, just put out a little promo video. You seen that?
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Shout out.
They're going
to
places,
Diego
man.
de la Cruz and Jonathan Vega.
Got that strap?
You still cut his hair?
Straps.
You still cut his hair?
Yes.
Once they get to a peak, like once they start getting real good, then they just drop Chevy and go to the other ladies for $10.
Yeah.
Like Gino?
Yeah. That's what they do.
I've cut Gino's hair, I think, in 2020, so I'm counting him as a client.
Okay, good. But he's
that
traveling
was just
a bunch.
because that lady closes on Mondays.
Yeah. Gino's all over the world. Like all over, not out of the world, all over the U.S.
Yeah.
So, Will All Day and Cameron Cole just got back from England.
I saw that.
Did you see that they're tagging as the cool?
Yeah, Kiefer. Well, he's with New Texas.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
yeah. Kiefer's with New Texas. We'll just end it there.
Yeah.
No wrestling drama on KHEA.
Oh, we got drama?
Anthony's like, ooh.
Hey, mute us for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Chevy
Anthony
knows. I love the drama, man.
Yeah, in Spanish.
Where's the intern? I need a rundown on drama and things we're not allowed to talk about. Come on.
Yeah.
Do your job. There's nobody sitting there.
Right.
We have no intern.
Not anymore.
They all get promoted and hired and moved out of radio. So.
Yeah, where's my dudes over here?
Yeah. They're
intern Ethan, isn't it?
Eternal vacations and schools. And Ethan's mom moved. Ethan turned 18, and his mom moved to California. But he still lives at the apartment.
She's like,
he's like, I can't intern. I'm a man now. I can't intern anymore.
Yeah, it was the craziest thing. I was like, Ethan can't stay by himself. I was like, how? And then someone reminded me, well, he just had his 18th birthday, and I was like, huh. I guess that does make sense.
Like this
Instead of you getting kicked out, she just kicked herself out. She's like, I'm done.
I'm moving to California. It was
You're
for
18 now.
Like a job. So they moved here from out of state to go to his mom was in a program at UTMB, like in the medical field. And so I think her program got to the point where it's like, hey, you have to go do clinicals or go do like work, and that's just where it was in California. And so Ethan turned 18, and now he doesn't come in here anymore.
And he has
I need his mom there to be like, Ethan, go intern at KHEA.
Go work for free, man. Hurry up.
Exactly. You're 18 years old now. Come on. Come on.
That's funny.
Yeah. Man, so we've talked a little bit about
if
wrestling.
He's listening to this, he's my favorite. No offense to the other guy, but I love intern Ethan.
I like Ethan too.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Eldridge? You don't like Eldridge?
No, I like Eldridge. I'm just saying Ethan's my boy.
Eldridge still comes in the afternoon.
Yeah.
He does work.
Yeah, Eldridge does everything, right?
Yeah,
like
he's
everything.
He does video, and we've taught him how to edit video. We taught him how to do Photoshop, and
he feels like a genius.
He's a smart kid.
Yeah, you just meet him and you're like, okay, well, that kid's smarter than me.
Yeah.
That's saying.
Yeah, I know. I hear that.
I mean, you're a barber of all
what you trying to say, bro?
I love you. That's it.
That's right.
Who's the smartest person y'all know?
Me.
Eldridge. I don't know, man. I've met some.
Yeah, know some
crazy people.
You ever met Brian Delaney?
I have met Brian Delaney.
He's probably the smartest person I know.
Is it?
And that was in high school.
Right.
What's he do now?
He's a
music teacher or something?
He's a music teacher, but his music theory is insane. Like, he writes scores and stuff for films, a lot of indie films.
That's cool.
Stuff. Yeah. So,
hey, I think we're going to sew the show up today. We have some other stuff planned that we're going to be getting into. Is there anything else y'all would like to share right now on the live?
I've got excuse me.
Oh yeah.
What is
April 4th?
April 4th. We last year we did a feed a family for Easter. We're doing it again. It's we filled one big box truck last year, so we're going for 2. April 4th from 9 to noon at Santa Fe Post Office. You'll see us. May have a bounce house out there. You never know. No guns, but definitely a bounce house. 9 to noon, April 4th.
All right, and I know Chris is coming on. Santa Fe Water Services, anything Macaluso Realty, Rockin' Rivers Bounce House. Going to be putting that on right here in the community. It's really cool because last year when y'all did that, that was the first time I'd ever seen or heard of anything like that.
It was cool because there was a ton of people. Like I said, we filled up one truck. They're like UPS vans, so they're huge. We're going for 2 this year. We had people just dropping donations off. If you want to make monetary, we just go to HEB, pick up some gift cards, some HEB gift cards, hand those out to families. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome. Chevy, you got anything else you want to share?
Not only do I barber at one of the hottest spots in Santa Fe, Texas, that is a Riot Barber Studio at 11800 Highway 6, Santa Fe, Texas. But I also do ring announcing for an amazing promotion called Undisputed Pro Wrestling, and our next event is Saturday, March 7th at the Fritz Barnett Gym. I just think it's amazing bringing wrestling to Santa Fe. So he's always here to talk about this.
He's kind of downplaying. He's good at it. I'll give him that. At the announcing.
Oh, thank you.
But
I'm all right.
Do you know who's the best at UPW?
The bell ringer.
There you go. That's
there you go.
What's
Anthony
up?
Macaluso guest bell rung. Let me tell you a quick story. Guest bell rung the last show.
I'm
shouting out his businesses, and I say, Anthony, give this crowd some bell ringing, and this is chance just to show off his ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
This fool's on his phone. He don't even look. He looks
business,
up.
baby.
His buddy's like, hey, he's talking about you.
Oh,
yeah. And he ding like he missed the bell. It sounded like I said
Anthony.
that was your chance to shine.
It was.
You were like
it.
Eminem. This was your one shot to blow. And
you missed you missed the.
I hit my hand.
Not a clear hit.
B Rabbit is not winning that rap battle. Yeah.
Don't even hit the bell.
So I was disappointed.
I was honestly, when I got there,
It was during intermission.
So. No hate towards Mr. Bart, but Mr. Bart needs to get a new hammer. I really thought the hammer was going to fly off, bro. Hammer. And I was like, if this flies off and hits somebody,
it's bad.
I'm done.
I bring my own microphone to shows.
Do you?
No, I don't.
I was about to say, there's no way. You only have one mic. We've talked about this. He'll have 62 people on his podcast. One mic.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm like, geez, bro.
It's omnipresent.
So, hey, we do have the champ. He was on, Mr. Nate Slater.
Nate Slater.
Mm-hmm.
You got so many Nates in your life. You were Nate Slater.
One of the Nates was here.
Yeah. So shout out to UPW.
Yeah.
That next show's coming
March
up quick.
7th.
March 7th in Santa Fe.
In Santa Fe, Texas.
Warpath Avenue.
That's right.
And if you have a place that maybe needs professional wrestling, reach out to Bart.
Bart, yeah.
Bart Harris, Undisputed Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. And I think he'll go
anywhere.
He's looking for a couple new venues this year.
Places that don't get it.
I think this year he has at least 8 shows booked, and don't get me lying, I think he's trying to do 10 to 12. It's one a month.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So make sure that you go check out everything that these gentlemen have going on, and it's a lot. So you're going to have to block off an entire day to do your research and plan accordingly. This is KHEA Radio, 99.5 FM.
Bye-bye.
All right, Facebook. Hey, y'all be good. See you in a bit.